Greetings one and all, this is Lloyd Brown. Welcome social media family to my vlog. Today is going to be a very important and yet lengthy video, simply covering an aspect of my working life that I need to make known and made known that is important. And that is simply the art and the role of being a producer. Now, I've done a couple of videos on this already. I even suffered the indignity of doing these videos in a onesie, just to bring some comic relief to the thing, right? But I need to let people know this. I didn't just become a producer when I produced Lynn's album, which seems to be the vibe that's kind of going around, because it's like, oh, who produced that album? Lloyd Brown. Oh, he's stepping up a gear. No. I'm not stepping up a gear because I've just produced Lynn's album. I've produced albums for other artists before, namely Donna Marie with her Next Chapter album. And I've produced albums with Michael Gordon, which is called Poems and Rhymes. Now, if they don't make any mention of my involvement in those projects, if they don't make any mention of the existence of those projects, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me at the end of the day, because it is what it is. It was what it was, and it will be what it will be, okay? But I've been producing music for myself and for other artists a long time now. I started Riddimworks as a production company in 2006, and I've been recording on that. Yes, on that, ladies and gentlemen. The first album I produced was called Said and Done. On that, in 2006, okay? That was my first solo produced album. And those were the times when I was making 19-track albums, ladies and gentlemen. 19-track albums, okay? The next album I produced was Silver. Silver was the #1 album sold in the United Kingdom, the #1 reggae album that was sold in the United Kingdom in 2007. The only album that came anywhere near it was Tarrus Riley's Parables. We imported it and we had to basically get it back from the United States because the album was selling like hotcakes, right? Another album for your consideration, produced here, okay? Produced here. I can't even see what was the year. What was the year? Wow, it doesn't even say the year. But I would imagine, I think it was around 2010. I'm sure it was around 2010. Then I produced Brownie Points. On that, in here. Okay? So I've been producing albums a long time. It's not just Lynn's album. I've just started to become a producer. So I need to get that straight and on the record and on the table, okay? Now, I want to call this video From Demo to iTunes. It is the process of having a demo, producing the work, and having it industry ready for release, okay? Now, demos are basically representative of an idea that you have for a song or a composition, okay? Now, in the case of Lynn, right, we worked on the project from October of last year and we finished it in February of this year. And it was basically a concept where we were going to do 10 tracks for the album. Didn't think she needed any more than that. She asked me, can I put a cover version on there? And I said, no cover versions. We're not going to put no cover versions on there. She asked me to do cover versions. I said no. Okay? So it was going to be more or less original works, original pieces on the album. So she sent me some demos that she composed on her GarageBand, on her iPad. Okay? So I'm going to basically play you 7 demos of the album that she gave to me. And I'm going to play you the end result, right? And I'm going to illustrate the process in between those 2 pieces of work. So, okay, so #1, okay, we got a track called Consumed, okay? This is the demo she basically sent to me. And I had to convert it to MP3 because I don't use Mac, I use PC. So once I converted it to MP3, this is what I got.
Well, do you like what you see? That girl staring back at you. Is she the person you hope to be? Or is she being consumed? Does she cover up all that's wrong? Or all that she can't achieve? Because her hope is nearly gone. So as far as she can see, heaven is close, but so far away.
Okay, so it's understood that it's keyboards and her vocals, right? I've listened to the progression, got the progression in my head, is already down, is already noted. But I'm not even listening to the keyboards anymore because I know that's the progression. I know that's the direction where the song is going in terms of chords. But in terms of overall musical direction, I need to basically listen to the song. It's about the song for me, right? And it's all about someone's interpretation of another person that seems to be okay, but they're consumed with what's going on in their head, in their heart, in their soul. So I have to kind of draw up a composition that matches that and doesn't go against that, right? So built a rhythm track, got Remy to come and play guitar, got Tricks, Patrick Anthony to play trumpet on the track as well. And this is the result. Right, so as you can tell, even though the progression, right, are more or less the same, but there's just two different interpretations of the track, right? There's the bare bones of the demo that Lynn gave me, and is what I'm thinking and how I'm trying to complement the original piece of work that she gave me, right? That is what production is about, okay, in that respect. Let me give you another example. Witness. Right, so there you go. I've listened to the song, right? The song is about the art of keeping on while you're keeping on. You know what I mean? It's an art of perpetually just do what you're doing in order to move forward and upwards. On a ska tinge rhythm track, it don't work. It doesn't work. It has to basically be like a metronome, like a, I don't know, like a heartbeat, which is consistent in your very being in order for you to live, right? Coexist with humanity and to move with humanity and to melt with humanity. So that's what I thought, and this is the result.
Don't stop, keep moving, stay strong, start proving. Don't stop, keep moving, stay strong, start proving. We are late, oh, when it comes to love. We are to those who are moving us. Every time I feel your loving arms, I know I'm growing. Even though there is distance pursuing us, my heart says no. 'Cause every time I don't stop, every time I think I know.
Right, so now you hear that progression. Now you hear that compliment to the track, to the original track that she basically gave you. Because no way it was going to be on a ska-based rhythm track. It just, the ska rhythm track just takes away what the song basically is about and the meaning of the song. It's a serious song. Do you know what I mean? It's a song of motivation. It's a song of inspiration. You can't be having that on a ska thing. That's not going to work. In my ears, right? So that basically was the result of that. Okay, next one. Don't Get No Book. Here's a demo of her Don't Get No Book.
No, you don't get no book. No, you don't get no book. No, you don't get no book. No, you don't get no book. Give me what I say. When you become a mother, no, you don't get no book to show you how. When you have to care for another, you gotta do your best, do what is right. No matter what people say, all you do is put a belly clean clothes. Yeah.
Right, okay, so now you've heard that. Now, like I said in the last couple of tracks, is like, once I get the progression, once I get an idea of the groove that she basically has, I weigh up with whether or not it compliments my ears, whether it soothes my ears or it hurts my ears or it just does not fit the song. So I'm listening to the song, okay? And basically it's about the role of a mother and how it's not predetermined what the role of a mother is. So it's you know, it's a serious thing again, you know what I'm saying? So you can't have a serious song being sung over a joke rhythm track. I'm not implying that that's a joke rhythm track. It's a demo. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just going by what I'm hearing. I'm going by what I've got. So on the back of that, draw Remy in again and draw Patrick in again to play the horns. And this is the result.
No, you don't get no book. No, no.
Right, so that's my take on it. And it's not just only the musical aspect of it, it's vocal arrangements as well. There's little things that you put in as incidental vocals that, you know, it just gives the listener something else to listen to. And within the landscape of your left and right ears, depending on where you put the vocals, it will just give you a feeling of being just in this space. in this space of sound, because people don't just listen to music through CD players anymore or through the sound systems or what have you. They listen to it on their phones. So they have their earbuds in left and right. So you have to be conscious of where you put certain sounds in the mix. And I'm always conscious of that. That's what I do. That's one of the many roles you have as a producer. Right. So next one, I Deserve You. Getting a lot of love on the radio right about now. Here's her demo.
Ever since I met you, you know I can't be wrong. I keep on saying, ever since I met you, you know I can't be wrong. I keep on saying, ever since I met you, you know I can't be wrong. I keep on saying, ever since I met you, you know I can't be wrong. I keep on saying, I've been lost and found. Yes, I've been on the ground. I've had my highs and lows, but there's never been a place that I could go like your eyes. I've been shy, but I can tell a lie.
Right, so basically that is it. It's her vocals and the keyboards yet again. But I'm listening to the song. I'm listening to the song. It's a lovey-dovey, softy, uggy, press wallpaper tonight kind of tune, right? So my vibe on that was, okay, if it's gonna be a dirty crub up tune, the music has basically got to match that. And what was in my head was actually Bunny Wailer. Skank if you're skanking, and if I rock myself, rock if you're rocking. Come on and dump if you're dumping. This your music all night long. That's what I had in my head. Like a Roots Radic slap, right? This is the result. Right, so it's not just about, it's not just about just plinking down some instruments. You understand what I'm saying? It's the interpretation. What a producer listens to is the song and what it means to him. And he interprets that, right? And basically just puts it out there with his interpretation, with the feel, with the inspiration that the song gives to him, and inspirations of other songs, and melting it all into the one thing. Right? So that's I Deserve You. Okay, right. Secret. Here's her demo for Secret. Right, so there you have it. So there's a bit of a groove there, right? But obviously the bass line, okay, that's her interpretation of it. Chord progression, get that. Once again, it's the song. it's the song that's most important to me. Do you know what I mean? Because what you play on there, if it doesn't really comfort my ears, it's not going in. Because that's my role as a producer. It's like I'm letting you know what I would have in and what I wouldn't have in. Other producers would probably tell you different. But with me, that's how it works with me, right? So I heard that, and I actually was thinking of a groove that if she was to go on stage and sing her set, this would be the first song that she would sing. Because it just had that feel for me. And once again, Remy and Patrick came and played guitar and trumpet respectively. And I'm vibing on the rhythm track, built the rhythm track and just got a little flow for it. And this is the result. Well, you know the track because it's been played on the radio constantly right about now, so I don't need to go any further with that. But that's the vibe I had. That's the vibe I got from the song. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like it's you know, it's both parties. You know, it's her songs, right? And it's her interpretation of the song, but it's my interpretation as a producer, as what a finished article should sound like and how it should complement the song she's singing and her vocal prowess as a vocalist, as a singer, what have you. That is my job, okay? Next track, People. Getting a lot of love on the radio. This is her demo. Okay, so you've heard the demo, okay? Now, once again, it's the song. I'm listening to the song and I'm listening to where it takes me. If I'm recording my own stuff for any other producer or studio, that's exactly the same process. Even though I'm working from a vocal aspect, I'm listening to the rhythm track and seeing where the rhythm takes me. Just because it's a roots track per se doesn't mean I have to sing roots on it. If I feel a love song in the track, I'm going to sing a love song because that's what I'm feeling. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to comply with Capleton or Sizzler because they're singing root songs. If they sing root songs, they sing root songs. If I feel a love vibe, I'm feeling a love vibe. I'm not moving from that because that's where the Father's guiding me. You understand? So that's what I'm basically dealing with. Right. And the last demo I'm going to play for you is Red, Gold and Green. Okay, this is her demo for that. Right, so there you have it. That's her interpretation of the song she wrote, Red, Gold and Green. When I heard it, once again, I'm listening to the song and I'm listening to the subject matter. Straight away, I'm getting Aswad, I'm getting Black Uhuru, I'm getting them kind of vibe. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. So, built the rhythm track on the vibe that I'm getting from the song because the song is helping me, not the instrumentation. The song is helping me. The instruments, what I'm hearing, is not going to make the final cut. But I'm hearing the song and I'm hearing the progression in the song. But the most important thing, I'm listening to the song and the lyrical content and what the song is about, right? So I'm going to complement that by building a track more or less from scratch. And not only that, but utilizing vocal arrangements yet again on the track. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. That's what production, music production is about. So here's Red, Gold and Green, the finished article.
Come make we rally round, come make we rally round. Stay up, stay up, stay high.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much about it. That is what was taken from the demos that I received from Lynn, and that is what I more or less interpreted, took from what she gave me and what I more or less, what's the word? Interpreted is what I took from the demos that she gave me and the vibe that the songs that she gave me, where those songs took me, and that is a result. And it's not just a one-person effort. It's not just me as a producer. It's the musicians as well, because Remy plays his lines. Patrick plays his lines. Sometimes he just basically jams on something and the vibe is good. It just sounds good at that particular time. Or he might play something way down the track that's best suited for it to go at the beginning of the track or just about the middle of the track. It's not a cut and paste, cut and dry, one size fits all thing when it comes to music production. It's a collaborative team effort. And that is what people need to overs, and people need to really, really, really overs of what a music producer's role is. So when I hear people basically saying, oh, Lloyd Brown, step up a gear. Yeah, man, him produced that Lynn album. Yeah, man, him step up a gear. Nah, I've been doing what I've been doing, and I've been learning what I've been doing for many, many years. So if I listen to a song, it's just my vibe that I take from the song to make it feasible and presentable to the masses out there. And that is my role as a producer. So I don't want nobody to get it twisted. Please do not get it twisted. All right? So I don't know what else to say, but I needed to make this video just to set the record straight into letting people know what it takes from demo to iTunes. And even before the tracks reach iTunes, they gotta be mastered. So I want to take this opportunity to big up Walter Coelho, who's mastered most of my albums, right? He always does a wonderful job on them. He mastered Lynn's album, and I want to big him up and thank him for all the continual work that he's been doing and will do for me and with me in future works, right? Now, at the moment, I've got another album that I finished producing. I've already submitted that to Jetstar, and I've got 2 albums to finish. One is my vocalist album, which is coming out in October, and my duets album with Fiona, Really Together Chapter 2, which will be released in March 2018. Okay, so I've got my hands full. But in the meantime, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support of Lynn's album. I want to thank you for the love you've shown, Lynn. I want to thank you for the love you've shown, well, DJs as well. I want to thank the DJs that's shown love and support for the album as well. But for laywomen, people who don't really know what's involved in this thing, I've done this video so you understand what is the role of a music producer, what his or her role is. But anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Next week, got a very special guest on my next vlog, so stay tuned for that. Be worth the wait and worth the watch. So with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for now. And as always, you done know the coup. People, please abstain from foolishness wherever possible. And until I catch you on the next one, people, stay blessed. I'm gone.